life begins at 60. I love hearing that. That's why author M.G.Crisci is here to explain why that is. Does life really begin at 60, or is it just because we're hovering around that spot?
Both.
There you go.
Just to give you a quick background, I was a kid from New York. My mom was a telephone operator. Dad was a butcher. They were both legal Italian immigrants.
Yeah.
And, you know, when I got out of school, I said, I'd like to go into that there advertising, and I wanted to be a madman. And so I went to a little school called Iona. The bottom line was I didn't qualify like Duke or Harvard or any of that kind of stuff. So they finally gave me a job in a mailroom. And, but surprise, surprise, by the time I was 34, I became one of the lead managers. And so I eventually had a 30 plus 5-year career in marketing and advertising with 3 of the major agencies in the world.
Madison Avenue, man.
Yep.
Okay, so when did you bail out and start writing books? Because this guy has written 12 books, is that right?
Yep.
So were the books going on while you were in advertising, or was that where you were building the material?
Yeah, no, I had kind of, you know, spent my lifetime getting killed and being killed in corporate America. And I said at about 55, time out, I think I've had enough in New York. Oh. So I just decided, like everybody else, there must be a book in me. So I decided to take a shot at it. Mm-hmm. And I wrote this book about a little boy and a girl who fell in love at turn of the century in New York. And they stayed in love for 80 years. He married twice, she married once. He went on to become the most famous accordionist in the history of the world.
Accordionist?
Accordionist. And they're buried next to each other in the same cemetery in New York now. The woman was my mother.
Oh, what a great story, huh?
So that kind of got me on to my thing is I'm not into breathing animals and green dragons coming out of your nose and all that. And that got me on to, I said, you know what? First of all, I got some great reviews and people bought the book, which surprised the hell out of me.
Did you get a lot of no's before you got yeses in terms of publishing?
Oh yeah, sure. You just, I mean, it's like everything in life. You just keep going.
So let's fast forward to this, Life Begins at 60. When did that idea come about and how did that present?
Yeah, well, what happened was because of the books and everything that I've written, I've spoken all around the world. So I just decided we'd see how far we could go with this. And so I started at 60. And we're now 12 books into it.
So you started writing at 60?
I started writing at 60.
So what are you, 62 now, or what?
I'm now 72.
Oh, you're good, doing great.
And we're now one of the top 3% of authors on Amazon.
That's great. So you get a chance to go around and talk to people. So what brings you to Cleveland?
I'm actually doing a speech on one of these books. This one here, Call Sign White Lily. This is the story of the world's first female fighter pilot. This is about women's empowerment long before it ever happened. So it's a cool story. A woman lived from 1921 to 1943 and ran 270 missions, shot down 15 Messerschmitts.
So she had to overcome some problems, huh?
You know, it was like they laughed at her. You know, I traveled to Russia and Ukraine a number of times, and it became a thing. And so it's been a #1 book on Amazon. So we just decided. Some friends out here are having an event for a couple hundred people, so we're.
So what are you going to talk about tonight? You're going to talk about that book. M.G.Crisci's got 12 books out there, so you can check them out. You'll come back?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, M.G.Crisci. There you go.